Hey, what's up, guys? I hope everyone had a nice Easter weekend break. Now, in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys what kind of Shopify store you should be making in 2019 to maximize your profit margin and also increase that conversion rate. I'm also just gonna announce the winner from my last video for a free consulting call with me. I'm gonna put it somewhere here around the screen, so if that's you, hit me up on Instagram and we can set up that call. Also, we just finished a 6-hour hike. Feels pretty good. Just a quick reminder, if you're working too much or you feel stressed, do a quick break. Go outside your comfort zone. Do something outside your daily work or activities, and that will help you refresh and also boost your overall experience when you get back to work. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Cool, now we're back on my computer. Now I just want to announce that I created a Facebook group. It's going to be about e-commerce and creating your own financial freedom through e-commerce. So if you have any questions about Shopify or dropshipping, long-term brands, or Facebook ads, then feel free to join the group. It's called Ecom Action Takers. There's going to be a couple of questions just before you join the group. I'm also going to moderate all the comments and posts. I want to create a community where everyone can benefit from one another and also get valuable information from each other. So join that group, Ecom Action Takers, and I'll see you guys there. Cool, so we're just going to go over the best types of Shopify store you should be making in 2019. Just a little overview. We're going to be talking about the pros and cons of each type of stores, and also my own recommendation, and I'm also going to show you guys the result that I got from it, and then a bonus, what kind of niche you should be looking into in 2019 and at this moment. Firstly is the general store. Now most of you should know this by now if you've started Shopify dropshipping. It's the most common type out of all types of Shopify stores. We'll just go over the pros and cons. Firstly, there's no limits and easier to test products. So if you're using Facebook ads, you can just put any products in your general store and test. And that's great because there's no limit, which means you're not bound to a niche, and you should be able to test many products in one day or in 1 week depending on your budget. It is also beginner friendly. You can just chuck anything you want in there, but make it clean. Like, for example, look at Amazon or Walmart.com. They're a big general store, and you can just base your next general store off their website. You can just copy what they're doing right now and what their product page looks like, or something similar like that. I'm also going to show you guys an example of a great general store that's making a lot of revenue in sales at this moment. So this is the shoppingnetwork.com. Alright, I found these guys advertising a couple of weeks ago, and I just went through their website, and it's the perfect general store that I could find. So if we just click one of their product, you can see that they don't have much apps. I don't recommend using too many apps that will kind of make your store look spammy. For example, these guys, they only have this app here. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a timer saying it's gonna sell out fast. Their product description is pretty clean. There's not much to it, and you can do this for general stores. You can just put a couple of bullet points in there and also just pinpoint those pain points. Okay, if we look at here, they have reviews, they have recommended products that you should also look at. Now this is great for a general store. Awesome. So the next point is the not worrying about building a brand. You don't have to worry about that, which means you can take away all the stress and all the expenses that comes into building a brand. It's basically a general store, I would say, is something you can play around with when you're just starting Shopify store. Okay, you don't have to worry about trying to get your customers back. You're just trying to get them to impulse buy, which is why it's great to combine general stores with Facebook ads. When they click on your ad, it goes straight to your general store, and you should be able to convert them through that. There is also a faster return on investment. Now, you may spend a lot more when testing products, but when you do find that product, then because you only need one product to change your life. Okay, you can find a 6 to 7 figure product, and that's it. You can turn that into a brand however you want to do with that certain product. So I recommend general store for beginners. If you're just starting off Shopify, definitely look at making general store. Now you guys should see my 7 unique methods of finding a 6 to 7 figure winning products. I'll provide the link below. It's gonna help you guys test more products in your general store. The cons for general store, obviously your conversion rate will be very, very low, because you're driving a lot of traffic into your Shopify store, but you expect them to impulse buy. Okay, you didn't build a brand around your general store, so you're gonna be asking your customers why would they buy from you, instead of them thinking, okay, I should buy from these guys because I know they are great. Okay, there is also a very, very high competition. Probably 80% of the Shopify stores that advertise on Facebook, they are going to be general stores. Okay, and people are using general stores to just test products. Okay, sometimes you are gonna gather bad traffic. This may affect your Facebook pixel and the quality of your customers. So that's one big major downfall of using Facebook ads for a general store. There's also going to be a lower profit margin just because the product that you're selling is a general product. It's not a branded product. Typically, if you have a branded product, you should be able to increase their profit margin without worrying about conversion rates. Okay. Now, the second type of store that I want to talk about is the one product store. Now, this blew up last year, 2018, and it's also blowing up this year because it kind of creates that brand around that product, that one particular product. So if you create a one product store, typically you'd have your own private label brand on that product. The first point for this would be you will have a very high conversion rate, but you also gotta know that the product should sell. I mean, obviously, why would you brand that product if it's not on demand, right? That's why you typically go from general store, test the product. There's a demand for that product. After you identify that, then you create a one product store of that product. And this will allow you to scale even further. You should be able to hit 7 figures. If you're hitting 5 to 6 figures with with that product on your general store, you can push it up to 7 figures. Okay, a very high conversion rate means you can also have a higher profit margin. Like I said, there will be a higher perceived of value. Okay, there's gonna be a higher perceived value for that product because you are creating a brand out of it. There is a meaning to it, instead of just a general product. Okay, also there will be a long-term value for your customer, which is LTV. If you come across that term, it just means that you will have a longer relationship with your customer, and you can get a repeated customers buying off your store. Now, building that relationship is very important because the basically you want your customers to return to your website, um, and most likely they will recommend it from your to their friends, and that's free traffic, you know. Overall, a one product store would look more trustworthy. Okay, it's going to look like a legitimate brand. I'll show you guys an example. I actually based my one product store off this website, just because I like how it flows through, and I like the cleanliness of the website. So it's the getsnooze.com website. All right, so you can see here, he or she is only selling one product. I think it's an alarm or of some sort, but by just judging the homepage, it's very clean. uh, you can only see probably 2 to 3 colors in the website. So that's a greenish, bluish, white, and also black, for fonts. Typically, if you have a one product store, you only have 3 to 4 types of colors, just to make it look cleaner and look more trustworthy. So if we just go shop snooze, you can see here, you could probably get this for around $30 or less from AliExpress. In a general store, you test it for around $60, but look at these guys. They priced it at $80, so $50 profit margin is what you typically would expect from a one product store, and that is huge. Okay, so you can see that's pretty clean. They've also got reviews. Just a few cons regarding one product store. It requires more time and money investment. Obviously, it requires time to build your brand. Okay, you're gonna have to be active on your social media. I recommend both Facebook and Instagram. You're gonna have to invest more money into it because you're private labeling. You're gonna be, shipping, bulk buying, and then shipping that to a fulfillment warehouse, wherever it is. But in the long run, it's gonna provide you more profit. Okay, that's the most important thing. The higher the profit, the better. And the second point is you're only limited to one product, so it's kind of hard to leverage around that. It's up to you guys how you want to upsell that, upsell your product. But anyway, when you do build relationship with your customers, you won't have to worry about upselling too much because they will just keep returning back to your website and buying off you. And the third thing is it's not adaptable to trends. So for example, look at fidget spinners. They were only for that particular season. They did blow up. They did millions of money, but only for that particular season. So if your product stops performing well, it's highly because you've either saturated your customers or it's seasonal. Okay, but that's fine because I'm gonna recommend you guys this type of store. Okay, It is the niche general store. Not many people talk about this. It was talked about in the past, but today I believe this is the best type of store. Okay, it is way easier to brand business around this. Okay, just because you're gonna have more products in that niche in your store. Okay, and that means you should be able to target multiple kinds of people on when testing your products, and then you should be able to build a brand off that, and it's easier to make contents of different products. Okay, another point is there's gonna be a precise ad targeting, which is good because it's gonna allow you to lower your CPM, which means so when you're advertising on Facebook ads, you're gonna spend less to acquire a cost per purchase, and you should be able to lower that cost per purchase when you build your pixel data. Okay, it's easier to build your pixel data with a niche general store because there's a lot of audiences, and you're just feeding your pixel until it's smart enough to pick the customers for you. So Facebook will pick the right customers for you. It'll be easier for them to do that. Now, turbo testing, this is something really big. Okay, if you are in the niche general store, for example, if you are doing swimming, or you are in the swimming niche, right, and you're testing with Facebook ads, you can make one campaign, one ad set, and 3 ad creatives within that ad set. So for example, if you're testing one product from your general store, right, and say that one ad set is $10 budget. Okay, you can do the same thing with niche general store, but with 3 products under that $10 ad set, and that is insane. Okay, I'm gonna be talking about that later on, probably the next video, on how you can turbo test if you're on a particular niche. Okay, also the upsell is gonna be insane, just because you can probably upsell anything you want as long as it's in the same niche in your website. So that means your average order value will increase dramatically. Okay, same as a one product store, you will have a higher conversion rate than a general store, and also a higher profit margin, but it might not be as high as one product store, but it can be. Okay, I could only think of 2 cons regarding niche general store. The first one is, like the same as one product store, it can be limited to a particular season, and the second thing is there's a smaller market size. Okay, unlike general stores, you can target everyone. With the niche general store, you can only target that particular niche. So results from niche general store. If you haven't watched my blueprint of how I took my store from 0 to 100K in 3 weeks, I'm going to provide a link down below. So basically, I created a niche general store, and this is the result that I got from it. Okay, I got $101,000 in 3 weeks. That's around 32% profit margin. I could have made it higher, but I was testing at the same time. Like I said, turbo testing, where you can put 3 products under one ad set, and that is huge, guys. That is huge. You should be implementing that into your strategy. Okay. So you can see here, this is basically what you can get out of a niche general store. So I recommend that, guys. If you haven't looked into it, then start thinking about it. Okay, just an example store, the supergadget.store. We'll go about it now. Oh, I forgot booty.com. That's one good niche general store that I would recommend you guys look at. I kind of based my website around this as well. So you can see they sell tea. That's their niche, and it's just very clean. Like the same as the one product store. They have like three color types. So that they have green, pink, and black. Just look at their Instagram. We can have a look. They're building a brand around it, and that's a niche store. Like, I know they're making hundreds and thousands if you look them up. Into similarweb.com, they drive a lot of traffic into their store. Okay. And they have an insane amount of followers. That's 374,000. That is crazy. Okay, and the other one is Super Gadget Store. This is another perfect example of a niche general store. You can see they're into electronics. Okay, all electronics. This one blew up, and is still blowing up actually. Yeah, you can have a look at this, guys, and get ideas of these guys, because they've been successful at what they're doing and the type of store that they're running. So just some bonus niches that you should be looking at right now. The swimming niche, it's almost summer in USA if it's not already. Or you can also target snow gear niches, start testing around that on another country where it's winter right now. Likewise, specific sport niches, probably tennis or golf, and also home decor products. Okay, that's one big bonus. I've found a winning product under that, and I might actually make a niche general store around that product, or maybe a one product store. But anyway, I hope you guys learned something new from that, and make sure you implement anything you learned from this video. If you want to start trying out niche general store, then I recommend you should do it now, because not many people are doing it, and it's just gonna be a long-term brand that you can create around your website, around your Shopify store. So go check it out. Also, just a reminder, join the Facebook group Ecom Action Taker. Search it up on Facebook, and then feel free to ask any questions you have regarding Shopify, Facebook ads, or e-commerce. Cool. I'll see you guys soon.